What up, man? It's your big brother K-Rino. Missed y'all by about 12 minutes, 13 minutes. But I'm here, man. We're going to still call this a Friday night because I'm going to call it a Friday night because I had it on my mind to do this while it was still Friday. So, as a man thinketh about his live stream, so is his live stream. But we'll get it on, man, with an open topic tonight. But I do have a few other things that I need to announce as well, a few things that I need to talk about that we got coming up that we are working on. And then we'll get into the normal routine, man. I see y'all slowly creeping in, all the OGs slowly creeping in, man. I ain't got nothing but love for y'all. Do your big brother favor and click the like button the second you hear me announce the clicking of the like button. Y'all click the like button right now, man, for your big brother, and we'll get it on, man, as I see y'all creeping in the door. And the quicker y'all click it, the less I gotta ask y'all to do it. Anybody that might be just coming on to the channel, I would love to have y'all be a subscriber, but I won't ask for a free sub. If you like how we do things here, we have a real small, humble community. If you like how we do things in our neighborhood, feel free to move in. Got plenty of houses, plenty of room. And subscribe to the channel. And for those who are already subscribed, make sure you always got your notifications on. Shout out to y'all, because if you're in here now, that means you got the notification, most likely. So we'll get it right on. Our new comic book, our latest comic book, is getting ready to drop. For those who've been rocking with your big brother for a long time, y'all are familiar with the first comic book we did, the Homie Dollar Bill, the Galactic Quest for the Mystic 10 volumes. That was the first comic book. The next one is done, which is The Annihilation of the Evil Machine, based off of the song, based off the title song from the album of the same title back from 2010. It's been converted into comic book form by the Homie Dollar Bill, and it will be available for y'all to order real soon. We'll make that announcement. But we're also we're selling pages to the comic book. Like if y'all had the first book, y'all saw a lot of the people who purchase pages, advertising pages in the comic book. So if anybody that y'all might be interested in putting an ad in the comic book, you might want to promote your album coming up. You might have a restaurant or a business, a law firm, or whatever you got coming up. You might want to promote it in the comic book. Feel free. We're only doing 7 of these, and a couple are already gone, so it's not many spots left. So if you want to do it, if you want to get into comic book, send me an email. That's my email address, and we'll get it on. We'll get it on. The spots, the pages are $250 a piece, $250 a piece. So I know that'll be the next question. So I'm just letting that be known right there. All right. Well, let's get it on, man. Let's get into this open topic. Also, the latest episode of the Underground Dialogue podcast dropped Wednesday with the homie Craig G. Dope interview. Of course, y'all didn't watch it like y'all should have. Some of y'all did. I know when Kevin Robinson come in and Codeine come in and some of my other diehards, I know y'all watched it, but a lot of y'all have not watched it yet. So I would humbly ask y'all to support the podcast channel as well. All right, let's get it on, man. We'll get it popping. Oh, my bad. Open topic. I know I don't have to say this to the OG, but it's basically just saying, look, the floor is open. Whatever y'all may have questions for me, music related, life related, whatever related, and I'll answer those questions to the best of my knowledge and the best of my ability. And like I always say, if I don't know the answer, then I'll say I don't know the answer. So that's what we're here for, and we do everything respectfully and with maturity. We don't deal with grown children in this community, man. Yeah. Brad Warden Alexander kicking it off. Says just got done with work at the casino and ready for a weekend and open topic. So how do y'all feel about gambling? Um, I'm not a supporter of gambling. I used to gamble. I was never a gambler, but I used to gamble. I dabbled, but I was never like really high level gambler. I wasn't just on that kind of level, but I dabbled a little bit, because my dad was real strong gambling, like really, 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 really good. And but I mean, I don't condone gambling. I don't support it. I understand people do it, and I don't judge nobody who does it. I don't judge nobody at all. But it's not something that I'm into. Appreciate you, Jason. Jason say I love this community. Yeah, me too, man. Thank y'all. I appreciate that. Appreciate that. This is open topic. Oh, and I also like to say, I know the rule on open topic, man. The better y'all are, the better I'll be. If y'all are vibrant and getting it in and hitting me with it, that's gonna raise my level. If we dry tonight, then I'm gonna be dry. You know what I'm saying? All right. Jason said, I've never really been into comics, but I know this will be changing me right up. Well, yeah, man, hopefully, like I said, this is the second one. So you're a little behind, but this is the second one. Yep, yep. Jake Cooper, you remember me? No, I can't say I do, Jake, but I'm glad you're back. I can't remember, Jake. It's all good. Okay, where am I at? Appreciate the love, common sense. I appreciate that. Blessings to you, man. Grandmaster Rodimer says we've got to start treating 18-year-olds like grown people so that you don't end up with immature 30-year-olds. I know what's wrong for. Well, I think it got to go back further than that. And I don't necessarily say to treat them like grown people because at 18 years old, trust me, you ain't grown. We used to think we was grown at 18. You were just of what they refer to as adult age. You can go out and fight a war. You can go to the army or the navy at 18. You can do all sorts of things at 18 that classify you legally as an adult. But clearly, your mind is not developed at 18 to where your decision making is where it needs to be. Um, but I think what you have to do is start training people super, super young from the womb. I always tell people all the time, read to your babies while they're in the womb. Feed them information while they're in the womb. Block certain information from them while they're in the womb, and hopefully you got a woman that allows you to do that. If your baby mama's pregnant and she's still going to the club, it's like, damn. But you have to develop those children's mind and feed them intelligence from conception. The moment you know, all the way to when they come out and they 1, 2 years old. You got to be getting it in them, make them great early. Their minds will take that in. Yep, good point. Stone 703. Why is Ethiopia mostly Christian? Um, Kind of like why a lot of the world in different regions that you wouldn't expect to be Christian or Christian is because Christians came over and they converted uh, the Aboriginal peoples in those areas to their version of Christianity, and in some cases converted, in some cases forced, in some cases tricked. So you have countries that you would look at and say, well, traditionally this would be a Muslim nation or whatever, and they are following uh, Christian theology as uh, as established in the West. So yeah, that would be my answer to that. Jason Brody says, "Brother, life is a gamble. The rap game is a rugged gamble." Yeah, well, life is not. I don't agree when people say life is a gamble. Life is life. you know, there are risks in life. There are things that are risky. There are chances that you take in life, but it's not to be compared to organized gambling where you say, I'm gonna go play blackjack. It's like, no, it's like, no, I'm gonna go get up and try to go get a job and go to work. I'm gonna get married to this woman and take a chance on hoping I can be happy the rest of my life. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna venture out and try to initiate this career and hope I can benefit from it and come up big. That's the thing that people will look at as being a gamble, but no, that's just life. Those are just the movements of life, the maneuvers of life, and that you work through and you pray that they work out for you. A lot different from saying, let me get down here and go to the dice game and see if I can pop these boys real quick. Let me hope that the Philadelphia Eagles win by 6 points or more so I can cover the point spread. That's two different types of things. Good points, though. Good conversation. Mark Cook, what's up, Mark Cook? Mark Cook says, do you think vinyls, what'd you say? Do you think vinyls doubt better? What do you mean? Do I think vinyls doubt better? Are they worth buying? Well, I would say that vinyl is worth buying if it's something that you personally value. If you personally value vinyl, especially a particular vinyl from a particular group that you may be a fan of, then yeah. Um, if I had a original vinyl of Michael Jackson Thriller, then I would value that. And then they'll say, oh yeah, it's worth buying if that's what I'm into. But it just depends on what you like. And even if you don't like it, some people are collectors. Some people say, well, I may not like the group or know nothing about the group, but I know that they're popular to where this may be worth something. It's like um, sports cards, like baseball cards and basketball cards, the trading cards and things like that. People collect them. Savage Philosopher says, speak on family and what it means to follow your goals and still try to retain a family life. Yeah, it always helps when you have family that backs you and supports you in your goals. It's harder for people when they don't have a support system, when they don't have folks around them that are lifting them up as they chase their dreams. It makes it a little tougher because now you have folks that are seemingly working against you. You got folks that are telling you what you can't do, what you can't accomplish, how you're not gonna make it, how this ain't gonna work. That's tougher. So when you got a family structure that says, hey, we believe in you, go for it. We'll even uh, uh, help you. We'll latch on to it. We'll become a part of your team. We'll put money behind it. You know, things like that. That always helps the situation. I can speak for me. My dad put money behind my career like from day one. So just imagine if I didn't have him to put money behind my rap career from day one, I probably would have still done it or figured out a way to do it. It just would have been tougher. And a lot of the things that I was able to do early on, I wouldn't have been able to do them because the resources might not have been there. Or if I didn't have that support, maybe I would have latched on to somebody else, got under somebody else's umbrella who might not have treated me as well as my family member treated me. So all those things got a lot to do with it when you're trying to chase your goals, because family can lift you up or they can tear you down. But even if you got a family that doesn't support you, don't let that be something that makes you not go after your goal. You gotta accept it. Hey man, well, you know what? They ain't really rocking with me, but that's not gonna stop me from doing what I do. That's where a lot of people mess up. I never had no support. What? Okay, keep going. Figure it out. Figure it out. What up, Connie? No, Dollar Bill ain't from Atlanta. Dollar Bill right from good old Texas. He right up the street. Right up the street. Yeah. He ain't in Houston, but he right outside. And for those just coming in, the new Annihilation of the Evil Machine comic book is getting ready to drop. It's getting ready to drop, man. So we'll have when Dollar Bill comes in, he'll give me the if he comes in tonight, he'll give us the link where y'all can pre-order. And but also any artists or business owners who might want to get a page in the comic book, a full page ad in the comic book. We got about 5 spots left, 5 pages left. When they go, they go. It's first come, first serve. You want to get um, an ad spot, let me know. I'll put my email address in there right now. Like I say, the spots, the pages are $2.50 a piece. So let me know. All right. And Grandmaster, yeah, you got exceptions to every rule. Grandmaster say I was very responsible at 18. I decided even what other grown people got to eat. No, there's exceptions to every rule, but you are in the minority. Trust me, the average 18-year-old, and you know this for a fact, the average 18-year-old ain't there yet. They're not there yet. That some of them 22, 23, 25 ain't there yet. I know people that's 40 and ain't there yet. It's just maturity levels vary from person to person. But yeah, it is exceptions to the rule. Yeah. Marty Mar, what's up, my brother? Yeah, yeah. Yeah, people think that you got to wait to a certain age to start nourishing the mind of children. You think because the baby laying there at 2 weeks old, can't talk, and no, you can still be teaching that child. Get them going early. Get them going from day one. Don't talk. Don't speak to your babies in Goo Goo Gaga talk. Don't speak to your babies in that. Don't talk to your children like that. At no point in time. I don't care if he's a newborn or 1 or 4 months old. Speak to your children the same way me and you are speaking right now. Speak regular conversation, intelligent conversation. Talk to that child. And when you talk to that child like that, that's the only language that they hear. That's how they're going to speak. That's what they're going to process. They're going to take in what they hear. You going, no, you don't talk to children like that. Don't let people talk to your babies like that. Somebody talking to your baby like that, you tell me, no, 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 no. Talk to him or her just like you talk to me. Put the baby in front of the TV and let him watch Jeopardy. Trust me, you can write on the chalkboard of a child's mind from day one. That's why I said even in the womb, you know, you can let them listen to music, classical music. You can let them listen to lectures from intellectuals and scholars and great spiritual guides and leaders, and they can take that information in. You are already sowing the seed of greatness in the child's mind. Mars One, I see you. All right, hold on, y'all. I keep getting lost. Okay, Mars, let me know. Like I say, it's first come, first serve, y'all. So um, a couple of people have already said, well, hold me a spot. I can't hold no spots. And we moving this thing in. I'm saying 2 weeks, but that's pushing it. It's tighter than that. That window is tighter than that. So anybody that wants to get an ad, it will be advised to move fast. This ain't no stunt where you gotta act fast. It's just the truth. It's just the truth. We're gonna shut it down at a certain time. It's all good. Brandon said, I just got in here, though you might have already made reference. Already made reference to what, B? Let me see. Oh, you say much love to your father for giving the support to make it possible to pave your own path. I remember you talking about this. Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, yeah, I did. I just got to speak it on. Absolutely. Like I said, if it weren't for my dad, like I said, I might have still, I would have kept doing music and figured it out, maybe, but it was nothing like having that push. Like, okay, we need to go to studio. Boom, you're in the studio. Whoa. See, that could have easily been okay. We need to go studio. Yeah. Okay. Well, how y'all gonna do it? I don't know. So yeah, that make a difference, man. That make a difference. Lester Smith, I appreciate the love, appreciate the donation. Lester Smith always coming through, showing love, man, in every form. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that, man. Yeah. T says a house divided against will not stand. Absolutely. Karen Aiken says, hello, just joined. What is the topic of the life? This is open topic, Karen. We have different topics we cover every week. Sometimes, but for the most part, it's mostly open topic where we just open the door up and anything you may want to go into, we talk about it. Y'all ask me questions or throw suggestions, and that's how we do it. Nothing elaborate, nothing intricate, just boom, boom, bang, bang. Appreciate you for sliding through, Karen. Be sure to subscribe and don't be a stranger. Ethan says, I just bought the new Waylon Jennings vinyl. Waylon's son Shooter recently uncovered a bunch of unreleased Waylon Jennings music. Wow. And see, that's smart to put it on vinyl because again, y'all know your big brother. Y'all know I'm heavy on um, keeping physical copies alive. Don't let these companies, don't let these labels and these streaming platforms, these streaming services, don't let them monopolize to the degree where they weed out physical copies. And so so the artist really has no power to generate revenue because all of the revenue, 99.9% of the revenue is going through the streaming services, going to the streaming services and labels. But when an artist, an independent in particular, is able to print up vinyl, CDs, USBs, whatever tangible, physical thing that can house the music, and then the fan base can purchase from them direct, straight to the vein, that empowers the artist financially. So yeah, shout out to you, Ethan, for getting that vinyl, you know, really, really back that. And like y'all know me, that's what I do. So I know my diehards, y'all gonna ride with me. Two Blunt Chuck is in the building. Says, did you hear Battlefield 6 came out today? I don't know what Battlefield 6 is. What is that? That's either an album or a video game. Which one was it? What's up, T? I see you, T. Battlefield 6 sounds like a video game or an album. Yep. Nostradamus says, have you heard the new Mobb Deep album yet? Not yet. I remember we was talking about that last week. I haven't got a chance to check it out yet. What's up, L? L says I buy things I can't use. K-Rino is confused. When I get dressed, I put my socks on over my shoes. Yeah, y'all don't know about that. Yeah. Stray Dog says there are general rules of thumb people can live by, but chance happens to them all. Brad Warden says the adversary wants you to gamble, not the Most High. I can agree with that. Yeah, I agree with that. All right, let me go back down. I had to go back up because I missed some of y'all's comments. Michelle says, I think God will still put you on your path. Yeah, that's why I said, the road may have been different. See, that's the thing. It's like sometimes the road can be different based on how you started. So if this happened to you in the beginning or happened for you in the beginning, it sets you on this course. But had it not happened, it may have set you on this course. But either way it goes, you're still going towards the destination. Now it's all in the determination of the individual, because some people, if they don't have a support system, it'll make them quit. And y'all know how I feel about people who quit. I don't like quitters. I hate when people quit, you know. But you say God will still put you on your path. And but we also have to remember that we got to put ourselves on our path too. We can't just put it all on the creator and say, okay, God, do it. Here I am. We have to use the God force in us to say, look, I'm going to create this path for me. I'm going to do this for myself. And with God's backing, because you know the saying, how did the saying, there's a saying that goes, God helps those who help themselves. There's another saying that says, faith without works is dead. You got to work it. You got to help yourself. Take a step towards him, he take two towards you. All of the sayings that apply, they're connected to God and connected to our work. We got to work. We can't just lay back and expect magic, poof, you know. That's a good comment. Nostradamus says the black sheep always come out on top, no matter who supports or not. It's all in the mind, man. It's the power of your mind, your will, and your determination. Your determination determines your situation. Yep, yep. Grandmaster says there's no reason to be mature if people are not expecting maturity from you. Some people will think that. Some see if you've never been under pressure to step it up in life, to make something happen, then it will set you back. That's why you have people that are children that are spoiled early and they get everything handed to them on a silver platter. They never had to really just grind for nothing. And now you see that manifested in them while they grown men and women, 25, 30 years old, still entitled and privileged and acting like the world owe them something, acting like their parents owe them something. Man, you reach a certain age, man, your mom and dad don't owe you nothing, but they still carry that. They still sucking on that bottle, you know, because and the parents are to blame, for the most part, because they set that standard, they set that standard early, you know. You have to have a balance. It's one thing for a parent to say, well, I want my children to have it better than I had it. So I don't want them to struggle and go through the things. That's cool. But it still got to be a balance. There still has to be work ethic instilled in them so they just not just spoiled rotten, you know. They got to know how it feels to get down, to go through it a little bit. All right. Is that TLOL? TLOL says, I wish I learned a lot of stuff when I was in my toddler ages. Like another, yeah, me too. I mean, but see, the thing is, a lot of stuff, our own parents didn't know. A lot of stuff we don't know. So that's the thing. It's like, I feel like a lot of people would have took that approach because you can develop a genius if you start early enough. That capacity is in us. It's in the babies. It's in us. We just assume, oh, it's a baby. No, nah, this is a potential genius if you nurture it right, if you handle it right. Yeah. Hallie B says facts. King Prophecy, I appreciate the donation, King Prophecy. That's a strong name, man. King Prophecy. King says, what's good? What are the best storytelling rap songs you ever heard? And how long does it take you to write great rap storytelling songs like Tables and The Man Who Lived Forever? Well, some of the best that I've ever heard, let me see. Uh, and that's a good question. You got Scarface. Um, never seen a man cry till I seen a man die. Of course, you got Slick Rick, Lottie Dottie, Mona Lisa, Children's Story. I'm drawing a blank. Um, Ice Cube, Once Upon a Time in the Projects. I'm just thinking off the top of my head some dope storytelling songs. But for me, um, it's no set time. I couldn't say, well, it takes about 3 or 4 hours, or some may take one sit down. It might take a couple hours to put it if it's flowing right. Some I may have to work on over the course of days. You come back to it, leave it, come back to it, leave it till you get it right, because depending on how intricately detailed the story song is, you got to keep feeding, and you got to keep feeding it. So you're not going to write it all in one night, because it's a story rap is a shorter version of a movie script. At least that's how I see it. So all of the components, all of the parts of the story, they have to line up. They have to be right. So as you're writing it, and I know for me, a lot of my stories are not versed. In other words, like if I do 3/16s on one song, I may not do a lot of my stories, as y'all know, go straight through. See? So if I go straight through, if I get 2 pages in, I got to go back. If I come back tomorrow, I don't just start right where I stopped. I got to go all the way back and read from the beginning to lock myself back into the storyline, into the plot. Because you can easily make the mistake of, if you don't do that, you can make the mistake of writing something that don't line up with what you already wrote. In the storyline got to line up, because there may be something you say 2 pages in that has to connect with what you wrote in the first 8 bars. So it's no time frame. You just never know. You got to lay it out and then proofread, go back. Oh, hold on, make sure. Whoa, that don't make sense. Scratch that out. Oh no, I got to change that. And then when you get it like you think you want it, you still got to go over it again to make sure that that the story lines up. Because when I write my songs, period, but when I write story songs, guess who I'm thinking about? I'm thinking about y'all, because I know that my support system, who is y'all, I have a very I got an intelligent audience. Y'all gonna break that thing down. Y'all gonna cut it up, slice it, dice it, sift through it, parse through it, dissect it, critique it, analyze it, smack it up, flip it, rub it down. Oh no. So I got to make sure that I don't make any mistakes, so the story lines up. See? Well, that's a good question. So it could take me days, could take me a week. I've worked on some stories for a couple of weeks. That's a good question. Smoke Diesel says, I love the song Sorcerer's Den. I appreciate that, Smoke. Yep. See, I'm going to play it now. Fly Crippen says, deprogram. Man, appreciate the love. Yeah, that was a good question, Lester. Damn Talk, what's going on? I appreciate the love as well. Jason says, your faith and guidance from your elders and teachers and scriptures, you are a respected leader. Man, look, you said it though. That's the foundation. God, my parents, my mentors and elders and teachers of all ages. Your teachers ain't just the ones who taught you in school. See, that's what you got to understand. Your teachers could be some little kids just going on with their everyday activity, and they're doing intelligent things, and you people like, man, you learning through observing. Your teacher could be a dog. A dog could do something that make you go, man, that's deep, that's strong. I talk about ants all the time. It's a scripture that says, study the ant. If you watch how ants move, man, you'll learn a lot if you're paying attention. Damn Talk. The new album is in the works. We working on it right now, man. We got some stuff. We got some stuff, man. So I'm looking at first week of November. We coming. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. That's the name of the new album. So be ready. If you want to be on the mailing list, on the contact list, email me when we get off. Or email me now and I'll add you to the list. Yep. MC Josiah says, what up, K? Sorry I'm late. Been real busy releasing a new song on my birthday on the 21st. Happy future birthday, man. Yeah, keep on dropping them things, man. Thank you for the donation. Blessings to you. Appreciate the love and the compliment, T. I'm trying to just be in the conversation, my brother. Naeem. Oh, Dance with the Devil. That doggone Dance with the Devil with Immortal Technique. That is one of the greatest stories. You know what's so crazy? Naeem, I've seen him perform that live on several occasions. And it's funny because the crowd knows it. They sing it word for word. So yeah, I'm glad you brought that up. That is one of the greatest storytelling. Dance with the Devil. That's a classic. That's a freaking classic. Yeah. Honey the Great, what's up? Shout out to Lupe Fiasco, no question. Listen to my demo. Ooh, you went way back, Naeem. EPMD. I remember that. Emperor Lorp. Enjoy living in the empire's decree with our mark. I don't know what that means, but yeah. My homie Aaron Casanova, straight out of San Antonio, Texas. Man, that Longest Journey get a lot of love over the years, man. That's a song. That song was never. It wasn't my song. I did that song as a feature on somebody else's project, but for some reason it gets a lot of love, man. Love's gonna get you. Oh yeah. You gotta throw KRS-One in there and storyteller. 9mm go bang. Love's gonna get you. Yeah, man. I was listening to Bo 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 the other night. Bo Bo Bo, clack 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 clack. Another dope story song. Yeah. Come on, man. Hallie B agrees. He say exactly. Don't talk to him like that. Like he's just a baby. He's a man on a come up. All woman on the come up. Speak to your children with intelligence. And you'll notice the difference in how they articulate when they get older. All they're gonna do is imitate you. Yeah. Grandmaster says, my opinion, you should only write a track when you're inspired. Um, mm, that's usually the best. That's when you get your best self on inspiration. But sometimes you can spark inspiration, like even when you're not inspired. Put it like I'll equate it to like when you're working out. Okay, some days you like wake up and you're excited for the workout, you're motivated to work out. But some days you don't feel like working out. Your body's sore, you're tired, you just don't feel like doing it. But when you get up and do it anyway, you push through it, and now you start to get into it, and now you feel that same motivation. So sometimes you can push yourself to inspiration. See, like if I'm working on a project even though this is what I do, this is what I love to do, it's still my job at the same time. So sometimes I may say, hey man, okay, you know what? I gotta really get on it. I gotta write tomorrow. I gotta get up and get up in there and I gotta write tomorrow, you know. And I might not feel like writing. But because I put myself under the discipline to get in there and do it, I work my way into the inspiration. I work my way into the ideas because ideas, any artist will tell you, whether you write raps, whether you sing, whether you draw, whether you sculpt, create, but I'll use writing songs as an example because it's me. Any writer of songs will tell you that sometimes, man, you could be in the artist places and you can get inspired to create. You could be half asleep and ideas are coming in your head, right? So wow, I'm inspired. I'm just getting just these snowflakes of concepts and ideas is landing on my head right now. And that's a beautiful thing. That's like a supernatural thing, right? But other times, when you sit down and actively force yourself to create and you turn on your thinking mechanism and you start to dig into the universe to pull out ideas, it opens it up the same way. So it's not always about just I have to I have to let the spirit guide me and move me. No, sometimes you become the spirit that move yourself. At least that's for me. Yep, yep. Norris McGee, I see you. TLOL said, that's why I hate writing my book. You always have to go back. Yeah, because you got to make sure. See, when you watch a good movie, stuff happens in the beginning, in the early parts of the movie, in the middle of the movie, that all these things have to correspond with the ending. It got to make sense. So you at the ending of a good movie, and then you see that you go, oh, that's why the lady was drinking the orange juice. Oh, it all makes sense now. You know what I'm saying? So that's how you got to write. You got to make sure that the pieces connect. You got to make sure that the dots connect. They got to connect from the beginning so it can make sense in the end. That's the challenge of storytelling. That's what separates the good ones from the great ones from the not so great ones. But it pays off because the reader of your book is going to appreciate that due diligence. The listener of your song is going to appreciate it because, like I say, people are intelligent. They're going to go back. They're going to break that stuff down. And if it don't line up, they'll say, hey, man, nah, that ain't right. And if they do say it and you've done your due diligence, then maybe they didn't understand it. So you got to come back later and say, no, let me explain to you how that came like that. Yeah. Honey the Great says, what's your total album count now? I'm in the 50s. I don't know the exact count, but I'm in the 50s, probably mid 50s. I don't know. Y'all will probably have to count it out. Certain stuff I don't even consider to be an album. I would have to let y'all know what I consider to be my actual projects. Yeah. Open topic tonight, y'all. So tell me what's on your mind, and I'll tell you what's on mine. JD, what's going on, man? Y'all click the like button if you're just coming in. A lot of y'all just popping in here. Y'all click that thumbs up, man. We're going to get to 100 likes tonight. Yep. Jason says, and then you bring things up in other songs and the story grows. Yeah, you know, you got to get creative with it. You got to dance with it a little bit. Yeah. Ghostface. Okay, Naeem. See, y'all putting people in my head now. Ghostface, that's another guy. See, you got to understand, so many people, I've personally heard multiple people over the years in different conversations have referred to Ghostface as being the greatest rapper ever. That's their GOAT. When that's coming from different people, different people from different walks of life, different times and years saying that, that man's name need to be in the conversation. Plain and simple. And I know Ghostface get a lot of love. You know, that's Wu-Tang, and he get a lot of love, but sometimes you can get a lot of love and you still don't get enough. So get that man what he deserves. The new album is called The Industry. I just put it down in the thing a minute ago. Jimmy says, we're just listening to two sides of the story. I'm going to tell you, Jimmy, I've been dancing lately, just kind of thinking about, because I can't think of nobody ever told two stories at the same time. I really been considering either doing a new version of that or doing a song called Three Sides to the Story. You know what I'm saying? Which you already know what that's going to mean. It's just a matter if I do it or not. Yeah. Man, we got another OG. C-Dale is up in this thing, man. Said the tables in Future Shock or something. Man, I appreciate it, man. You know why? You know why I appreciate that comment? Because you mentioning my more recent storytellers. Future Shock might be, well, I ain't gonna say that. I was gonna say it might be my favorite one that I did, but I gotta think. Because Annihilation of Evil Machine, Sources, then Deprogram. But Future Shock is really one that I put a lot of time into. That's one of the ones when the question came from King Prophecy asking about how long does it take. That's one that I made love to that song. It took me a while to put that one together, you know what I'm saying? And the tables, and see, in the tables, because you try to do things that you never done, but also that you think nobody else has ever done. You never know, but I can't remember anybody doing an alternate ending in one of their story songs before, like a movie. You know, a movie will do an alternate ending. I can't think of nobody ever did an alternate ending. Yeah. I appreciate that comment, Brandon. Thank you, my brother. As usual. Jason said ants are amazing. Yeah, man, ants, man. Come on, man. If you ever just be around and see how some I watched a video last week. A group of ants was carrying a lizard up like a little wall, like a little on a pot or something, and they was in such uniformity, the way they was carrying this lizard, and they were just moving him up, maneuvering him up the wall, man. The power of those ants to just in lockstep, and then they got to like a little ledge that was like a little undercliff, and it was like, man, how they gonna get the lizard under the thing to get him over the top? And man, these ants did some kind of maneuver where the lizard dropped down and dangled, and then they did something and brought that boy back over and dropped him. I was done after that, man. It made me think about God. Like, man, this is amazing how God gives us. He deposits in us what we need, no matter what form of creation we are, to put it in us to know what to do. And ants don't have brains. Did y'all hear what I said? They don't even have brains. Now they have sensors. They have parts of themselves that act as the thinking mechanism, but they don't have brains. And they are an example of unity that we as humans hardly ever exhibit. Come on, Halle B. Read the Scroll, Cause of Death is my favorite tech song. Wow, I gotta check that out. Jesse P, what it be? Cool G Rap, Street Blues. Come on, man. I think a lot of people that are great storytellers in rap, we mention the same names. Slick Rick gonna always be at the top of the shelf. But it's other names that we gotta start throwing in there as well, to give everybody their props. Garrett Garcia says, what keeps you inspired over the years and gives you the motivation? Man, God and y'all. And just having love for what I do all these years, man. But I thank God. I thank God for blessing me with the ability to do it. I thank God for blessing me with y'all who like it. So that's it, man. I tell you, when I write, I think about y'all when I write. Michelle Wood says, watch the ants around stingless bee honey. They make Fibonacci spirals around it. Most amazing thing I have ever seen. They won't touch it until the spring harvest, like a sacred ceremony. Man, you got a video of that? I want to see that, Michelle. Find a video of that and send it to me. Ooh, Grandmaster Rodimus, top storyteller, Public Enemy, 1988, Black Steel in an Hour Chaos, one of the greatest. I got a letter from the government the other day. I opened and read it. It said they were suckers. They wanted me for their army or whatever. Come on, man. That is one of the greatest storyteller songs of all time, man. Chuck D. Come on, man. Nas Undying Love. I got to check that one out. Click the thumbs up if y'all haven't already, man. Maggie Car Chemist says, what are your thoughts on X-Clan? Man, I love X-Clan. Love Brother J. Love Professor X. Come on, man. Love X-Clan. That doggone to the East Blackwoods. First X-Clan album, man, I can't tell you. See, it's certain albums throughout hip hop history, right? That I know for a fact, just me and Murder One riding around wherever we was going back in the days, we played these albums so much. These albums were naturally committed to memory just from the repetition of us playing them over and over again. And X-Clan was run up. I mean, Grand Verbalizer and all the songs that were on that project, man, just classic. That song had, I don't know how many songs on the album, but you could just let that one run. Yeah. Love X-Clan. I met Brother J a couple of times too. Yeah, yeah. Tupac, Unborn Child. Yeah, Brenda's got a baby too. Brenda's got a baby. Too Short, yeah, man. One of my favorite stories on Too Short. I gotta keep it real. I became a Too Short fan when I first heard Freaky Tales. I just gotta keep it real. When I first heard Freaky Tales, and Freaky Tales like 10 minutes long. One of the greatest story raps ever. Don't make me lie. I jam Freaky Tales right now. Said it was real. Emperor Lorp says, I'm tired of fighting for a thought of heaven. Well, fight for the reality of heaven then. TLOL says the hardest part is starting. Emperor says, did God give up on me or did I give up on him? I don't know your life, but if there was a giving up, I would guess, and I ain't no expert, I would guess it would be more you giving up on him than him giving up on you. God don't have the mind we have, or should I say we don't have the mind that he has in terms of the mind of patience, the mind of mercy. We don't have that mind. We have those qualities, but they're not as strong as God's mind is. So he'll hang in there with us way longer. We have one or two setbacks and we ready to give up on God. So the question might not necessarily be, did you give up on God? I would ask the question, this was me asking you this, actually asking you this, did you give up on yourself? Because usually a question like that comes from a place of dissatisfaction. Maybe you think it's something you should have or somewhere you should be or a level you should be on and you're not there. So you question whether God give up on me? Is he really with me? Or are you with yourself? Better keep grinding. Better keep pushing. We just got through saying God help those who help themselves. It's going to be some setbacks. Everything ain't going to flow smooth. It's going to be some times where you want to quit. It's going to be some obstacles. But how bad do you want it? I can't speak for God. But I'm at how bad do you want it? Because a lot of things that we really, really want in life or we really want to have, they're hard to get. Anything that's worth something is hard to get. So along the way to getting there, there are things that happen and occurrences that happen that set us back. So we are in a process at all times of working to qualify ourselves for whatever that reward is. So you take a step back every time you swing and miss, and then go, oh man, God, right? Took a step back. You gotta say, okay, I swung and missed. You get back up in here again. Oh, I foul tipped it that time. At least I touched the ball that time. I keep swinging till you get a hit. Yeah. God's dummy. Uh-oh. My brother said Behind These Bars is a great read about writing inspiration. Man, thank you, man. I appreciate that. What you think? You think that book could be in schools? I'm serious. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm asking your honest opinion as a writing tool, as a writing guide. Because I think it could be, but I could be totally wrong. I could be totally off base. I could be sounding stupid. But I think, so I had to get an outside opinion. What you think? Do you think that could be like in high schools or colleges or middle schools? Elementary school. My name is Cool G Rap. I'm on the road to the riches. The witness. Come on, Jesse P. Garrett Garcia says, how do you free yourself from writer's block? See, that's what we just got to talk about with the book. God's Dummy brought up my book, Behind These Bars. I talk about the illusion of writer's block. And I say it all the time, like I said in the book. In my personal view, there's no such thing as writer's block. It doesn't exist. Hey, y'all hit the like button, man. These likes ain't moving fast enough for me. Anybody in here that haven't clicked that thumbs up, do that for your big brother. I don't believe in writer's block. I believe in information block. An information block is self-inflicted by the writer. If you can't write, you're not feeding your mind enough information. That means you need to feed your mind. If your car did not have any gas in it and it was just parked, would you say, man, this car ain't working? I got driver's block. You'll say, no, I need to put some fuel in this car and then that car will start moving. So the information that you need to put into your mind is fuel, and your mind is the car. And if you keep your car gassed up, if you keep your mind gassed up with the information fuel that it needs, you will continue to move. But when you're sitting around going, man, I got right, something you ain't doing right. You ain't reading, you ain't observing your surroundings. All these things play into that. No such thing as writer's block. Put some gas in your car. Yeah. Y'all dropping some good questions today. That Chef in Toast, what's going on? T says, I don't watch TV. Yeah, a lot of people don't. So that means there's some other way that you get your information. You read. You may do a little social media. Bunch of ways to get the information. Oh, man, where am I at? Oh, crap. Okay, there I go. Is that Legius? I am. What's going on? King Prophecy, Future Shockers, and appreciate that, King Prophecy. One of my favorites. Michelle says, what do you think about this government shutdown? I'm not the most politically inclined person that you will ever come across. I put it in I take the government shutdown and I drop it in a pot with all of the other things that are going on and going wrong during this administration. It's just a succession of problematic things that we're seeing since this current administration took office that, in my opinion, are all just building blocks that are leading to the fall of America. Governments have shut down before, but just being on the outskirts, a lot of people saying this one's a little different based on some of the details and the things that are being discussed. Like I say, I don't know, but I know that America's in free fall, so I'll stand on that part of it. JD, when you're coming down? Self-Righteous Rose says, have you written or thought about writing a book? And if so, what would you write about? Self-Righteous Rose, this is what I want you to do, my brother. I want you to subscribe to this channel like right now. I want you to become a subscriber, and I want you to become a regular watcher of this channel. I want you to also, just like everybody else who might not have, I want you to subscribe to the Underground Dialogue podcast, because that's our podcast channel. Now, not only have I written a book, I've written 2 books. This is my first book, Life Lessons and Lyrics. So that answers your second question, like what would it be about? My second book, I don't have it handy. I'm too lazy. Okay, I got one right here. There you go. Yes, we do. My second book, Behind These Bars. This is the book that God's Dummy was just talking about. This is the writing tool. This is every writer needs this book. Every writer needs this book. Mike can't see that. I'll let you read that for a minute. I hope these words ain't on here backwards, huh? Okay. So I've written 2 books. That's why I asked you to subscribe, so you'll be in the loop, so you'll know, okay, hey, well, this is what he's doing. I appreciate you. And I'll have you the information on how to order those books. Send me an email. We'll make that happen. TLOL says, I've been listening to a lot of Point Blank lately. How is he nowadays? Can I find him anywhere on social media? No doubt about it. Go to ogpointblankthebull.com. Is it ogpointblank.com or ogpointblank? It's one out of the 2. I think. It's one of those. But he's on Instagram. You can find him, blank still grind. We grind together. We always grinding. Comrade Camp, what's going on, Comrade Camp? Said Ghostface is definitely top 5. Okay. Grandmaster Rodimer says Ghostface is in my top 10. Jesse says Jizza. I remember that album, Bible. Smoke Diesel, I appreciate that. Ram V, what's going on? Okay. Comrade says, been here a while, G. That's what's up. Some people lay in the cut, you know what I'm saying? Everybody don't just be out in the mix, you know. Y'all click that like button, man. Let's get to 100 likes so that I get out y'all way. Daniel Villanueva says, looking forward to the new comic book. Will there be a limited version with the metallic cover? I don't know. I got a $100 bill about that. I don't know if he's gonna come in tonight. But back on the comic book, I mentioned this earlier when we first got on. We're offering ad pages like we did in the last comic book. So anybody, if y'all are interested in being in the comic book, having your business, your album cover, anything promoted in the comic book, we're selling 7 pages, and 2 of them are gone. We only got like 5 spots left. So it's first come, first serve. So if you want to promote your company, your album, whatever it is, on the in the comic book, it'll be in the book. It'll be in the book. Email me. And we can make it happen if you're serious. It's like $250 a page, so for a page. So that's what we're working with. Cutting straight to the chase. Yeah. Zig M4, what's going on? Denmark in the building, man. That's what it is. Appreciate that. Fly Crippin. Oh man, thank you. Say Audio Optics for some creative stuff. Appreciate that. Fly Crippin. Man. Let me catch up, y'all. I'm behind. TLOL, do you feel like you're at the apex of your ability as an MC? Nah, man. You know, I wanna always work towards getting better. The game evolves, skills evolve, styles evolve, the minds of the people evolve. So you can never say, okay, I'm peaked out. If you think you peaked out, then you're getting ready to fizzle out. Gabriel Sanez says, some put me on your music last year. I asked him, give me some real topic music, Future Shock, The World Obstacles. Man, appreciate that. Gabriel, I appreciate that love, my brother. And shout out to whoever put you on the music. King Prophecy said, that's why I mentioned the tables, because of the alternate ending. Man, salute. I didn't think nobody had done that before. Yeah. Mr. Brooks says, you know Coop MC. I remember Coop MC. I remember Coop MC. Can't say I know him personally, but I remember Coop MC. Yeah. CDL says, ants and bees, some of nature's greatest architects. Absolutely, man. Storms come through, and I still see beehives and anthills still intact. No doubt about it, man. And we out here building strong houses and getting snatched off the. Come on, man. Wow. Self-righteous says ants have only one goal, to breed and build. Hunter-gatherer. T says study to show yourself approved. Black currency. What's going on? Chill Rob G. Shout out to Chill Rob. I love when underrated artists get mentioned, man, brought back to our attention. Just from one mention can bring them back to our attention. Lester Smith says The Canvas is probably my favorite song. Respect, man. Wow. The struggles of writing, yes. Matt Greer is in here year after year. Gabrielle says, how was Scarface when you met him? Smile is one of my favorite songs. I met Face. I met Face for the first time. Look, I mentioned that in this book. I got me and Face's first encounter documented in this book. If you subscribe to my podcast, the Underground Dialogue podcast, there's a short clip circulating where we interviewed Scarface, and I was bringing it up about how when I first met him, and I just want y'all to. I tried to battle Scarface when I first met him. Look for that clip online, but I talked about it in the book. Face is just, man, I can't say enough about him, Willie D, Bun B, and Zero. I can't say enough about them dudes, bro. And it's funny because I say that a lot, but it's funny because like I don't even just be around them all the time. But it's two things. It's the effect that they've had on me through music, but it's also the effect that they've had on me through me observing and watching how they handle themselves as artists and as businessmen, and it's also the love that they show me. So, you know, can't nobody play with them folk around me. Young Stacks Entertainment TV. Say my favorite song of all time is Ice Cube, When I Get to Heaven. That one, I must have missed that one. I never heard that one before. Chameleon, I Think I'm Crazy. See, I don't be up on, I got to listen to that one. I got to check them out. Jesse says, Brother Jay is in my top five. Man, you know what? I'm going to tell you something, Jess. I'll be wanting dudes like Brother Jay and Cool G Rap. I'll be wanting them dudes to come back out with music, man. Be hating that, man. Michelle says, I have the beehives with the spirals. I will send to you. Yeah, send me that. I want to see that. I want to see that. Yeah. Okay, let me catch up, y'all. I'm way back. Way, way back. I'm in the way back machine. Y'all click that like, man. Can we get to 100 likes? I ain't gonna hold y'all hostage. If we don't get there, we just don't get there. But if there's somebody in the chat that haven't clicked the thumbs up, go on and do that for your big brother. Righteous by Nature, X-Rated, and SIBO. X-Rated, man, them two names right there, man. That's dopeness. I got a chance to meet SIBO a couple of months back because I hosted an event that he performed at the Screw Fest. And I knew how much DJ Screw loved SIBO, so I was honored to introduce SIBO and bring him on stage. Got a chance to talk to him. We almost got him on the show, but scheduling got jacked up. But shout out to X-Rated. Got a song coming out with X-Rated on the Path of Destruction album with Tragic that's almost done. So y'all will hear a song with myself and the great X-Rated on this project. Now the things I do make me a star, and you could be too if you know who you are. Jimmy says, I don't think he changed in a bad way, but on his mixtapes, he had crazier punchline. Who you talking about, Jimmy? I must have missed that comment. Let me see. Okay, the mixtape Chameleonaire was a monster. Yeah, he was. Yeah. I caught a couple of those songs. Chameleonaire is amazing, bro. Garrett says, passed on a living. Is there anyone that you would like to work with? Give me Prince, Sam Cooke, Michael Jackson, said living too though. Tila Rock. I'm gonna act like I already worked with KRS-One because I got the freestyle on stage with him. Was that last year? Big Daddy Kane. There's a few people, man. Yeah. Louis Miguel says, he that endureth to the end will be saved. Salute, man. Absolutely. They used to call me Easy D because I rapped on the mic so easily. But now they call me DMC He's the MC of the party. BGN, what's up, my brother? Yeah, gosh, dummy, we coming with the comic book, man. Jimmy says, have you ever heard of the Dirty Boys from Alabama? They were signed to Jay Prince at one point. No, I never heard of the Dirty Boys. They still doing it? My Debbie too hot. Peace and peace and peace and love. BGN, that was Killer Priest on that track. They go back. Killer Priest on what track? BGN. Young Retro. Young Retro says, my dad put me on your music. Been listening since I was 8. See what I'm saying? You start them early. Young Retro. Thank you, brother. I'm trying to catch up, y'all. So I'm sliding down. I'm sliding down. Just incredible. Send it to me again. You know, I always say that, but send it to me again so it'll be at the top of my email. You say you made it for me. I got to watch it. Yeah. TLOL, how did Rap a Lot and SPC collaborate back in the days? Was there any trouble with the labels? Well, nah, that was never no trouble with the labels. I used to beef with the original Ghetto Boys. I had a couple of situations with the original Ghetto Boys, man. That's back when it was Jukebox. But it was Jukebox, uh, Bushwick, and Raheem. Raheem wasn't in the Ghetto Boys. He was a solo. But I never had any situations with Johnny C. Because funny, all those years, I never even met Johnny C. Never met Johnny C. Me and Reddy Red was cool. But me and Jukebox, we had this tension. We had to get it out. Raheem for a while. But it's all love now. I love them dudes, man. Golly, I love them dudes. But our affiliation term, we said Rap a Lot and SPC because Rap a Lot signed Gangsta Nip. So Gangsta Nip, South Park Coalition signed with Rap a Lot. Then the terrorists, South Park Coalition, signed with Rap a Lot. So that was the connection between Rap a Lot and the South Park Coalition, like that. BGN said, I saw Brother Lynch in concert with Esham, but Lynch was a little too drunk. Man, that's a strong Lynch and Esham. Wow, that's strong. Grandmaster Rodimus Esham wanted 2,000 for a verse. I had to turn him down. Well, hey man, look, I ain't mad at him. He deserved that. He deserved. Esham is a legend. He's an icon, man. So 2,000. See, I hope you turn him down because it was out of your budget, not because you didn't think he deserved it. Some people might say, "Well, man, that's just not in my budget, man. I can't afford that." Okay, that's respectable, but he deserves more. Yeah. Jimmy said they release an album ever so often. They're really dope. Oh, that's good. I'm glad they're still doing it. Self-Righteous says, have you ever explained your office background or is it just random setup? I mean, just my design. I'm really thinking about changing it though. I've switched it from time to time. Sometimes I've taken down the banner and I used to have a lot of pictures on the wall that people have given me or certain artists have drawn for me. Like my homie in Austin who be drawing those pictures. I made sure I put a lot of his pictures on my wall. But and then you can't really see all the details just directly over this shoulder. But there was a lot of family pictures in the back. All those pictures are family pictures. But I'm thinking about redecorating. It's a piece that I need that I gotta find. If I find this particular piece that I need, I'm gonna change up a little bit. Dollar bill, y'all. Dollar bill go come on here and say, when is a new album coming out? I don't know. Maybe the new album can come out, Dollar Bill, if you quit sending me these dope beats that you keep sending me, man. Maybe the album can come out if you wouldn't have sent me 5,799 of the hardest tracks in the world, which has made it very difficult. I'm reconfiguring. I'm writing all kind of new concepts coming to me and stuff. So I don't know. But no, it'll be out next month. It'll be out. Dollar Bill, do we have the link for people to pre-order the comic book? I've been waiting on you to come in. But if you got the link, drop that link down so people can pre-order the book. The Annihilation of the Evil Machine. Man, y'all gonna love this one. Yeah. Gabrielle says, I miss all the old school music from the 50s. Ben E. King, Stand By Me, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, early 2000s. Yeah, I stopped around the 90s. Once 2000 hit, I wouldn't fit in no R&B no more from the 2000s. Very rare, every now and then. Yeah, definitely Stevie Wonder, Michelle. The Demon Killer. What's going on? Did I catch up? Oh, uh-oh. Did I catch up? I think I caught up. All right, y'all. If y'all ain't hit the like button, we know we need about 18 more. I don't know if y'all okay, pre-order starts next Friday. Okay, so we'll have everything. So when I come back on here next Friday, we'll have all the information for y'all, man. Better dancer, James Brown or Michael Jackson? Hard to say who was better. They different, even though Mike took a lot from James. So I'm gonna go with MC Hammer. MC Hammer was a bad dude. But Mike was a bad dude too. Mike took a lot from James. Of course, Michael Jackson's signature dance move, the moonwalk, he got that from a dude named Jeffrey Daniels. See, a lot of people don't know that. The moonwalk came from a dude named Jeffrey Daniels, who used to sing in a group called Shalimar. He used to call the moonwalk the backslide. But Michael's a bad dude. Don't get it twisted now. Don't get it twisted, man. Okay, you don't look like we're gonna make it to that 100 tonight, y'all. And I ain't gonna hold y'all up. Yeah, Usher, Chris Brown. Okay, well let me come into the modern day with y'all then. I'm gonna play y'all a game for a minute. Who you taking in a dance contest? Prime Chris Brown or Prime Usher? Who you got? Prime Chris Brown, Prime Usher. Who you rocking with? Bill Withers. Yeah, who Bruce Hard? Bill Withers is a bad dude. Man. Grandma's hands. Come on, man. Go listen to Grandma's Hands by Bill Withers. Y'all know the songs. Y'all know Ain't No Sunshine. Y'all know Lovely Day. Y'all know Lean on Me. But that Grandma's Hands, boy. Boy, that hits you in your soul, boy. Grandma's Hands made me breakfast Sunday morning. Let's see. Okay. I said Chris Brown and Prime versus Prime Usher. Two Chris Brown, Chris Brown, Chris Brown, Chris Brown. Oh, okay, man. Y'all all taking Chris Brown. Huh? Self-Righteous, me too. If Stevie come out with an album tomorrow, I got to have it. Chris Brown, man. Chris Brown getting all the votes. Wow. Wow. Triple X. What's up, King? How you feeling, my brother? From another. How you been, man? Where you been, man? Been laying low. The Nicholas brothers. Y'all go watch a YouTube video of the Nicholas brothers. Yeah, you can't forget about dancers like that. Nobody messing with the Nicholas brothers. If you seen the stuff, go watch this clip. All you got to do is just pull up the Nicholas brothers and it's going to come up. You're going to see that routine they did where they on them stairs. Come on, man. The Nicholas brothers, man. Harold and Fayard Nicholas. Learn your history. There was some bad dudes. Everybody go pull up the Nicholas brothers when we get off here. I'm gonna let y'all off in a second and go watch that clip. And y'all gonna throw their name in the greatest dancers category because ain't nobody doing what they was doing. Nobody. Your body gotta be built a certain way. I can't believe they didn't get hip replacements. Broussard says Prime Usher is good dancing with romantic lyrics. Chris Brown is sexual and sensual just as much, but in a different. I don't want to visualize they dancing romantic and sexual. So I'm talking about getting down and on some Michael Jackson, James Brown, up tempo, pop locking. We're gonna throw Rerun up in the conversation. Yeah. Top 10 dancers of all time. No, I'm just playing. Don't do it. Don't do it. They are similar, but yeah, that's why I said Prime Usher, because I know Usher's a little older than Chris. Usher still get down though. May Allah be pleased with the Nicholas brothers. Absolutely. BGN said the Nicholas brothers never had a dancing lesson in their life. Wow. That's strong. Because I didn't know that. Lulu H. Love you too, Lulu. Devin did used to break down. Devin will still get down and do like a little half windmill and some up rocks. Yeah. Grandma's hands. All right, man, we're going to make one last campaign push. Anybody that's in the chat that haven't clicked the like button, click the like button for your big brother right now. We're going to see if we can get to 100 in the next 5 minutes before I let y'all go, man. Everybody who hasn't clicked the thumbs up, one of y'all just took a like away. Hope you step on a piece of glass barefooted for that. I'm just joking. All right. In the meantime, man, again, I always give y'all homework when y'all come on here. I need y'all to go watch the latest episode of Underground Dialogue Podcast. Everybody that's in here, I need y'all to go check out the latest episode of the Underground Dialogue Podcast with the homie Craig G. Yeah. That's right, Lester. BGN, you gonna do your boy like that? That's how we rolling? That's right. Y'all go check out Craig G, man. One of the dopest coming up in the city. All right, man. Drop y'all locations. Let me shout y'all out. Man. Y'all drop y'all locations. Let's get it on. Give y'all these shout outs, man, before I get out y'all way. So I can get back to work. We got Lester Smith in Sholo, Arizona. Jason's stuff is in Flint. Righteous by Nature is in the Oakland, California, in the town. Grandmaster Rodimus is in Ypsilanti, Michigan, just west of Detroit. CDL is in Dallas, Georgia. Jesse P is in Denver, Colorado. Fly Crippen is in, what's that? Is that New Zealand? Christchurch. Jimmy is in Anniston, Alabama. BGN is in Denver. God's Dummy in Lufkin. Mark Roy is breaking down all the rappers' names that got 5 and 3 in it. Well, 5 letters, 3 consonants. Oh, my bad. Hold on. Let me get this right. Righteous by Nature, Oakland, California. Muhammad Mas, number 26. Yes, indeed. Say, have you heard Mark Broussard? Not related to me. He covers 2 great songs. Okay. Connie, what's up, Connie? Out there in San Diego. Jesse P. Look, you and BGN, y'all have shared the same space multiple times. Every time I come to Denver, both of y'all are always there. Y'all was there a few months ago together. Y'all just didn't know it. Y'all have been, every show I've done in Denver, both of y'all were there. And so you're like, hey, BGN, you in Denver? Like, y'all have been around each other. Y'all have seen each other multiple times. Yep. Lulu is in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Oh, yeah. Pee Wee, I know where you at. Salute. You know what? I'm going to do that, Ethan. I'll put the link in the main channel. Good looking out. Bruce Artist in Dallas. Okay, Gabrielle. If you just put in Nicholas Brothers dancing on the stairs, that's the best thing I can think of. You put in Nicholas Brothers and put on dance routine or something like that. Let me see if I can find. See if I can help you out. Maybe somebody else in the chat can help us out. All right. Okay, this is what you put in. Put in the Nicholas Brothers greatest dance sequence. Nicholas Brothers, the greatest dance sequence. Put that in there. and it'll come up. And it is the greatest dance sequence. Brandon is in Wisconsin. Ethan is in San Jose, California. All right. Black Currency is in Detroit, the great city of Detroit, Michigan. Yeah, yeah. Self-righteous says gotta mention this only because this was my era. Chris Brown's first album was so cold. It was a handbook how to break up, let go, and move on from relationship. Yeah, we need that sometimes. Yeah. The Bill Withers song, what I was saying, oh, Grandma's Hands. Grandma's Hands. There it is. All right, man. We didn't get to the 100 likes, man, but I appreciate y'all anyway. Y'all be sure to subscribe to the channel. Always have your notifications on for your big brother. Be looking for the new album called The Industry, not spelled like that. Be looking for the new comic book, The Annihilation of the Evil Machine. Be looking for the Underground Dialogue podcast. Y'all go check out the latest episodes and past episodes. And we got a lot of stuff coming on. Spencer Eckhart, I see you. What's that? Abelina? Allegua? I think I was close. All right. Appreciate the love, man. There you go, Matt. Good looking out. All right, man. I'll catch y'all later on, man. Peace and hair grease. Appreciate that, King. Yeah, go check out that interview. Appreciate the love on the way out, Lulu. Blessings.